Jefferson's history begins with its incorporation as a plantation in 1765, named after Thomas Jefferson, then a prominent figure in colonial politics. The land, originally part of the Kennebec patent granted to the Plymouth Company in 1629, was sparsely settled by European colonists. By the 1770s, families began establishing permanent homesteads, clearing forested land and relying on subsistence farming, timber harvesting, and small-scale milling. The American Revolutionary War delayed significant growth, as settlers faced threats from Native American raids and the challenges of wartime isolation, official incorporation and early development, 1807 to 1830. Jefferson was formally incorporated as a town on February 20, 1807, separating from the nearby plantations of Ballstown and Fairfax. This period marked the establishment of foundational institutions, including the first meeting house in 1808 and the formation of schools and a militia. The town's economy centered on agriculture, with settlers producing crops such as corn, potatoes, and hay, alongside livestock rearing. The abundant timber resources supported sawmills and shipbuilding, particularly along the Damariscotta River, which provided access to regional markets. 19th century growth and economic expansion, 1830 to 1900. The mid-19th century represented the peak of Jefferson's development, driven by the lumber industry and improved transportation networks. Sawmills, such as those operated by the Lake, Tibbetts, and Company, processed vast quantities of white pine, making Jefferson a significant contributor to Maine's lumber trade. The construction of roads and later the Wiscasset and Quebec Railroad in the 1840s enhanced the town's ability to export timber and agricultural goods. By 1850, the population reached approximately 1,500, and community life flourished with the establishment of churches, including the Union Church in 1837, and active participation in town governance, decline and transition, 1900 to 1950. The early 20th century brought economic challenges as the region's large white pine stands were exhausted, diminishing the viability of the lumber industry. Many sawmills closed, leading to population decline from its peak of nearly 1,600 in 1860 to fewer than 1,000 by 1920. Farming remained a primary occupation, but the lack of significant industrialization and the rise of mechanized agriculture in other regions reduced Jefferson's economic prominence. The town became increasingly rural and self-sufficient, with residents adapting to a smaller, more localized economy, modern era and preservation of rural identity, 1950-present. In the post-World War II period, Jefferson has maintained its character as a small, rural community. The population has remained relatively stable, fluctuating between 2,300 and 2,600 residents since the late 20th century. The town has resisted large-scale development, preserving its agricultural heritage through active farming and forestry. Key aspects of its modern history include the establishment of the Jefferson Historical Society in 1973, which maintains the old Randolph Town Hall as a museum, and ongoing efforts to protect the town's natural resources, such as Great Pond and the Damariscotta River watershed. Today, Jefferson remains a predominantly residential community, balancing modest growth with a commitment to its historical rural identity.